Hey everyone, it's Beck here and I'm doing a Facebook Live from home in my office, and here beside me are all my little morning and afternoon and evening rituals. I have my little table set up and I feel really in routine with taking all the things that I take. And I'm obviously makeup free as well, so makeup and cosmetic free today, so you can see all my nice little freckles and little blemishes that I have. So I'm pointing out the obvious, but I really want to do things when I'm in the space to do them, not have to always prepare myself to look good for video, if you know what I mean. So and that's really new for me. I have done it in the past, but I really feel like it's much nicer to have a flawless look when presenting yourself professionally. So that's obviously being taught amongst the community and what looks good, and we can, you know, look good or we can be real, I guess. So I'm trying to keep the balance. And the reason why I'm doing this Facebook Live today is because of this beautiful oil, Blue Cypress. And this Blue Cypress oil, if I can get it nice and close, you can probably read that it says Symposium 2017, Envision Your Future. So as we were leaving the symposium on Sunday afternoon, we got given a bottle of this for free, and I just checked the price list to see how much it was because I had no idea. And I'm just reading now. Let me turn my screen around so you can see too. So let me just see if I can zoom in a little bit or if I can get less blurry. How am I going to do that? Can I zoom in or zoom out? Can I move the page? Wow, the joys of being still. So you can see there's Blue Cypress. It's a 5ml. Its wholesale price is $48 and retail $63.15. So I'm a wholesale account holder, so $50 worth of product, you know, I'm rounding up here. And, you know, if you're not a wholesaler, like if you come along to a symposium like this, if you are new to Young Living and you haven't created a wholesale account, but you have your own standard account, that is a genuinely beautiful gift to give and receive. And so the generosity of this company just continues to impress me and really just like blow me away. And I'm just going to turn me back around on me. And I really feel quite like, I don't know, I just guess there's no other word, and I might sound like it's like this whole, maybe I think it's 100 Monkeys thing where language starts to become aware as well. But I really feel blessed. And like that, I think when people say the word blessed, it really truly does come from their heart. And so that's where I'm at the moment. And I really wanted to share that I feel like this company consistently blesses us, consistently. Like they never stop. They just keep giving. And that generosity, really like, yeah, it's just so beautiful. Okay, so I want to tell you about Blue Cypress essential oil as well while I've got you here. And I'm just going to read a little bit from the book. It's actually here in Australia. It's grown in Darwin. It's actually one of the partner farms that Young Living has here in Australia. So hence the reason we've had Symposium here this year. I don't think Symposium is always, but we have had Symposium 2 years ago here. So it obviously comes here regularly. I'm not sure if it goes around different. I'm not been in the company long enough to really know that information, and I don't think I've asked anyone yet. So the ORAC score is 73,100 units TE per 100 grams. So I don't know how much 5 ml is in grams. And that's pretty amazing. Blue cypress in ancient times was used for incense, perfume, and embalming. So it's obviously got that kind of sacred. When one says embalming, it kind of brings about or invokes the feelings of one's, death, and being, I guess, embalmed. But these days, from what I understand, they embalm people with formaldehyde. And I was once listening to a doctor speak, to them at a guest event at a random, not Young Living event. It was just a random health and wellness talk, and the doctor was speaking, and she was saying that we actually have so many preservatives in our body from all of the chemicals that are synthetic, not natural chemicals, because we're made up of chemicals. Everything is. So the synthetic chemicals that have been man-made we've got so many of them in our body now that they use, I think she said 10% less of embalming oil or formaldehyde in that a morgue event of the death process. So I actually really don't know very much information. That's just a small snippet of something that I've heard of somebody else. And obviously that was good timing because I read embalming there. But imagine if you are getting put to rest. Like, there's a lot to be said about what happens, what goes back into our earth, what goes, what that industry does. Recently I've been sitting with one of my good friends, and she's been in hospital, and it's hard for me to talk about, and I'm conscious also of her permission to discuss her. So we were talking about her future, and so this is all up for me right now, actually. Talking of end of life. And so that was quite poignant, bringing that to my attention just now, and what we do now and what we did in the past. So I think we've lost a lot of that ancient wisdom, and hopefully we're bringing it back. And I think that's one of the things, like our consciousness, our awareness. When I talk of even saying the word blessed, I actually really feel like when I say that, it's kind of like ancient wisdom coming back, like really just like having intention and consciousness, and really being aware and self-aware and responsible of what we speak about. So there's that. So blue cypress in ancient times was used for incense, perfume, and embalming. So back in the day, incense would have potentially been for meditation or prayer, or both. And possibly for the aroma of one's living space, but most likely incense. And incense was probably just simply used for prayer and meditation once in the old days. And still today, a lot of sacred sites use incense. And so, that's another thing to be aware of. Incense sticks can sometimes be loaded with chemicals, synthetic, and not really all that good to let off. I actually know a lady who has shared her story with me, and that is part of her story as well, is that she realised that all these different things were that she used in her home, and that was one of them, the incense sticks. And so she changed over to essential oils, which was really cool. And then we've got here that it's also found in Australia Blue. So we have an essential oil blend called Australia Blue. It's in an essential oil blend called Brain Power, which I have done a Facebook Live on from the symposium, and I hadn't smelt that aroma before, but it's going on my next order, so I'm very excited about getting Brain Power. And it's in Breathe Again Roll-On, and it's in the Essential Beauty Serum, which I love. It's beautiful. It smells like dead ants, but it's really lovely on the skin. It's also in the blend Highest Potential. So, yeah, I really feel blessed to have received this beautiful gift of Blue Cypress. I'm just going to quickly see what it says in the product guide as well. Hang on, I'll just turn you back around. So this is the product price list, and this is the product guide. This is as effective as March 2017. These are some of the beautiful farms. That one's in Mona, Utah. And I'm just going to go to Blue Cypress. There's some beautiful pictures in this book, and it's a beautiful, here we go, Blue Cypress. So it says Blue Cypress is produced from the steam distillation of the wood of the tree, which is indigenous to Australia. Traditionally used to moisturise dry skin, this oil also has historical use as a component in perfumes and even as an adhesive. Well, I didn't have that in my other book. So how to use it? You can use it by diffusing it in a diffuser, or directly inhale or apply topically. So that's Blue Cypress, and I'm really excited to have that as an oil that I've now got and can use. And yeah, I think that's it for me today. I think that's my share. And like I said, I'm hoping to do more of these regularly. So if you like this video, please like it and share it with anybody that you would like to share it with. And comment if you've got any questions, because I know I've got more information on Blue Cypress from the farmer who came to our symposium to speak about it, and he also had a display table of all the beautiful cypress wood, and we got to actually smell the wood itself and saw how, like he explained, how it was done. So that is so exciting that here in Australia, in our own backyard, that we actually produce one of these beautiful oils. And again, bringing back into it the indigenous as well. I have looked up Blue Cypress in the past because I have looked into Australian Blue, which I have purchased once before. I'm very big on local, and I love the term glocal these days. I've probably liked that for a while now, though, actually, and this whole understanding of what that is. But knowing that we actually produce an oil here in Australia, and I think I may have explained this in a previous video, and I'm not sure where I've explained this before or how long ago. So if you're new, and awesome, I'm getting to explain it to you again. If you're not new and you've heard me talk about this before, apologise. I repeat information can get, yeah, a little bit... well, I guess you can take it as a really good thing, actually, as the idea that you're just having more of that same information that you need. So the thing I'm relating it back to is honey. So I love going to buy my honey local, and as local as I possibly can. So where I live, we actually have honey that comes from our forest. And so in the forest is right in our local area, so all the bees are very much predominant in our area. And so anything that's airborne, and I've heard this from another lady before who's done a lot of research on this information, she explained to me that if there's anything in the air, airborne illness, what bees do is they create an natural antibiotic and while they're in the air for it, and then when they create the honey, that natural antibody is present in the honey. So so if anything's going around in the local area, that's why I think a lot of people speak about honey being a medicine, basically, and natural medicine, if you like. And there are some on the shelves, like Manuka honey, that people do rave about, that are really beneficial for their wellness. So that's just an example of what I like to kind of, I mean, I have that real connection with whatever we can get in our own backyard. So I love growing my own food, I love being in the garden, and I love getting anything that's local, especially organic if possible, and of high quality. And so Blue Cypress being one of those amazing products that comes from our own backyard, I'm so excited. Yay for Blue Cypress! So if you want to know how to get Blue Cypress, you can click on the Shop Now button. I think it's up the top, and then you can follow the prompts from there. If you have any dramas, which you shouldn't because it's very easy, just message me and I'll get back to you. I'm pretty quick on the message. My notifications on my phone are well and truly awake. So I do get back to people quite quickly, and if I don't get back to you, it is probably because I am attending to my family or I'm sitting with a friend. So hopefully I will talk to you again soon, and again, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please share with anyone that you care about. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.